one of the reasons why people will spar too early is they've learned a little bit of skill, and now your testosterone is rocking and you just want to test it out. You want to see what it's like. And you don't know any other way to do it, or your coach doesn't know any other way to do it. So they throw you right under that bus too early. I've learned 4 different facilities. I've trained thousands of people in boxing and kickboxing at this point. The number one reason people would quit is they sparred too early. Something happened, they got hurt because they didn't know what they were doing. Again, the problem is you want to test your stuff out. So the way you do that is by developing what are called sparring drills. And a sparring drill would be something like this. So to prevent me from jumping in the ring and just going at it before I know what I'm doing, coaches, fighters, if you've got a partner, this is a simple way to do it. Let's say that Brooklyn and I are both gloved up and he has learned his position and he knows how to punch and be covered and he's got his basic footwork down.
Defense.
Minimum. He's learned blocking, so he's learned how to parry the jab. He knows how to catch the right hand. Guys, we have videos on all this on the channel. We also have our Fighters College course, and there's a membership page on the channel where we've taken the time to go through every single move in great detail that you can join and get all this from us. There's just a tab, click join, and I'll also put it in the comments if you want it, just say so. Okay, so he knows how to block a jab, knows how to catch it. He can block a hook. He's learned how to roll and slip. He's got some basics, okay? So we'll start with this. Let's say the drill is, I'm trying to score a jab. He picks it off. He's trying to score a jab. I pick it off. And that's our drill. So we start taking turns. I jab, boom. He jabs, boom.
Then you go to the body, right?
Yeah, we can go to the body, but first we're going to mix up the timing a little bit.
Yep.
So I may come in and fake a little. And then see, he gets a little bit more on edge and chokes back. It's a little more real. Snap the jab. He picks it off. I'm in motion. He does the same to me. Then I may say, okay, we're going to also jab the body. Defense for that, I can have him take his rear elbow and just spin over and just deflect it with your rear elbow. Same hand you would parry with here.
Yep.
You can just catch it down, boom, down there.
Now, who would win in that? Fist to elbow.
Fist to elbow, he wins. So when you stick that body shot, throw it at people who haven't learned the 3-point stance, because most people will pyramid their elbows for you and give you that target. He's not giving me a very good one. All right, so we can go high or low. Then we would do something like, we both have gloves on. We both have on a mouthpiece. We're going to spar, but we can both only throw the jab. Level 1, we can only throw the jab to the head. Level 2, we can throw the jab to the head or the body, and that's all we do. And you set a timer, it goes off, you have 3 minutes, and all we're doing is sparring with a jab. It's either a head shot or a body shot. It's a great way to transition into sparring, and that's just one of hundreds of different sparring drills you can use to develop.
And I'd like to add something. Coaches, you're so needed in this process. So what I would do if I were coaching, one is make sure their elbow is returning, because you don't want to see a lot of rib cage, because people will start trying to touch with that versus, popping it. The second thing is I'd be looking at their feet. And the second they cross their feet or their position right, stop going too fast, right? If you don't, then they're going to develop a bad habit. Here's the thing. Sparring from day one on up takes a lot of coaching, a lot of eyeballs on you, and people have to know what they're looking for. And we call it a point of view sparring. So in that drill right there, you'd be working on distance, snapping the jab, timing, maybe a little fake when it come behind the fake, head and body. You're working your blocks. You could add a little bit of head movement. A lot is being taught right there without the competitive nature. Here's the thing. It's human nature. If I light off a firecracker behind you, you're going to jump. There's a fear of loud noises, a natural fear. Fear of falling is natural, okay? Anything popping to your face, it's a natural response to shut your eyes and go away from it, okay? It takes years of training for somebody to learn how to not do that and go towards it. So what happens is, if you spar too early, you're going to be dealing with a lot of these natural reflexes that you have that are all going to be wrong. Very few of those are good for high-level fighting. There's, when people go, oh, he's a natural fighter. I've never seen one of those. I've seen people that are scrappier than other people, tougher than other people, but
it's culture or coaching.
It is.
So you may have some athletic tendencies, but the way you were brought up, so the culture you came up with, or the coach that you had, and you could argue that somebody like Mike Tyson, who had a really tough childhood had a tough culture, and then he got some incredible coaching, and then you've got culture and coaching together, and then you have a world champion.
And then you have physiology. He had great genetics. He was thick and strong as a kid, right? So it's kind of the perfect storm. But we can teach anybody to hit hard. You guys can teach anybody to hit hard. You can improve speed on anybody. You know, speed is actually natural. But you can improve anybody's speed. You can make it better. And we have drills to do all of that. But just sparring too early not only hurts, it ruins fighters.
Hey guys, I'm Alan Branch.
I'm David Dice.
We appreciate you watching the video. Hey, be sure that you like the video, subscribe to our channel for ongoing content, and if you want to go next level, be sure to visit us at fighterscollege.com.
And always remember, keep those elbows in, that chin down, and hands up.
And remember to thank God every day that you have the strength to go one more round. See you next time.